another thing which Rogers brings up in another one of his books called Africa's Gift to America is the pre-Columbian presence of Africans in the so-called New World. That Africans were here not only before Columbus, but according to Professor Wiener in a 3-volume work called Africa and the Discovery of America, he may have been here before the Indians. Now, the original documentation on this came from white historians. And so many times when a white historian is arguing with a black historian, the one thing he will probably have to do is to go back and argue with the white historian from which the black historian got the original base information, and he extended that research further than the white historian. Now, the white historian is in a bad fix right now because he's hung up with a lie, and because he used to open his mouth and say something and people believe it without question, and now they are questioning it. I can snow him under with documents, and mostly documents written by other white people repudiating him. So I'm not worried about the document war. I know I can win that one.
Professor Clark, how do you distinguish between the words Negro and black?
I don't distinguish. I distinguish between the word. The way I have the word Negro is by dismissing it. And I dismiss it because there's no such thing as a Negro, because there's no Negro people and no Negro land. This is an adjective that somebody made a noun out of and slapped on a people against their will. And I dismiss the word Negro. The word black can relate to a whole lot of people, and it can become confusing. You see, people must relate to land, history, and culture. And this is what limits the word black. Because if you say black, and where is the black land? I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. If you say English, an image comes before your eyes, good or bad. The changing of the guards, Buckingham Palace, stout-hearted, the Bengal Lancers, If you say French, good cooking, great lovers, Napoleon, all that. All immediately you got an image. But you say Negro, what comes before you? No images, really. A condition. And a people is not a condition. A people must have a name that relates them to land, history, and culture. And so therefore the name of a people, if it's going to be authentic, cannot be black. That can refer to how the people look. The name of the people have to relate to the land of origin. Now, no one is having any difficulty saying Italian American, Greek American, French American. I don't think they should have any difficulty saying African American or Afro American, as the case may be. Now, these are people who are black in the main. But let's get something straight. All Africans are not black. Black is the prevailing color in Africa. There are Africans who have not been mixed with any white people at all, who are light brown. And they've always been that way. And they're just as African as the blackest of the Africans. So if we got hung up on a narrow definition like black without explaining that it has elasticity that extends beyond a person being jet black, then we get ourselves into another trap. We get out of one trap and get into two. So now let's qualify what we're talking about when we're black. But when we're speaking of a people on a world basis, then let's relate them to land, history, and culture so we'll know what we're talking about. Until someone creates a nation called black, from which we emulate, or black land, or black area, or black borough, then I'm afraid that the word black is rather limited.
Right. I'd like to thank you very much. You've certainly said quite a few things. The book, The World's Great Men of Color, is undoubtedly going to cause quite a stir and be of amazing educational value. Thank you very much, Professor Clark.
Thank you.